big fart. He who smelt it dealt it. Choo choo. It's the custom game train.
Good evening, and welcome to Quiz Night. But before I press the button...
Perhaps I am a psychopath to my wallet. But I am now the proud owner of Spider Mario, the video game equivalent of Barbenheimer.
Spider Mario. So you've got on the new Spider-Man 2 game and Mario Wonder, I presume. Apparently two great games. Welcome on in. Thank you for the 46-month resub there, Shadow. Appreciate that. Plus all of the things continuing to happen right now, with Salem gifting out a sub there to Ramsey Fox. Good evening to you. It's not making noises. Let me unmute so I can actually hear the noises where people join in. Thank you for that gifted sub there, Salem. We also had, in that hype train, we had a 15-month resub from Kenda. It's the custom game train. Thank you very much for the 15-month resub. We had a 44-month resub from Theory of Game. Thank you very much for that, Theory. And also, congratulations on being the first to get Yasuke. That was a hell of a name to come out of nowhere. And well done on getting that first. So, not many people actually got that one on Quiz Cubed. So, mad props for that. BC coming in with a Prime subscription for a double Twitch baby. 18-month resub, thank you very much for that. And also Pyro Pygmy with a 30-month resub. Thank you very much for both of those subscriptions. Appreciate all of that. Plus 100 bits from Matt and 29 months from JB Henry, who just says... big fart. Thank you for the 29-month resub there, JB, and also for the follows from CSC Bat and Roddage from over the couple of days that I have not been streaming. Thank you for all the follows and welcome on in to tonight's stream of Quiz Night. Thank you to Mr. Vertigo for that pack of questions for the Quiz Cube warm-up. Some, I would say, some pretty difficult questions in there, though a few of those words you can kind of reason out as more letters come down the way, though Yasuke was... yeah, definitely a difficult one to work out. Especially, it was like, well, why would there be a Y in this? No, I don't know. I have no idea whether the Y be this. But thank you for that, this Vertigo, and thank you to Colo for helping proof that pack of Quiz Cubes that you played earlier on. Tonight, we have got, well, as I illuminated in the announcement about an hour ago or so, we have lots of quiz tonight. It might be flooding outside in Sheffield and the general area, but we've got a flood of questions here tonight with some quiz and quiz and even more quiz. Thank you for the 20-month resub there, Mark, the big 2-0. Thank you very much for that. Appreciate that. So, yes, we have got this outright game, up to 75 questions that you could be answering here, all written by Oni, aka Alex, has been wonderfully proofed by Inca. There are some wonderful little ideas for the rounds, and I will need to tell you a little bit about how round 4 works when we get there. But once you get the idea, I'm sure it'll be a breeze for you to understand how the game works. But for the rest, you don't really need to worry about any gimmicks or anything, though there will sort of be some. You just don't need to worry about them too much because they don't hold too much of a key to an advantage in this game. If you've never played outright before... Oh, hang on. Hello.
Flooding in the City of Steel. Hope Quiz Night doesn't go rusty.
Now, someone shared on Twitter, I think it was one of the weather stations or something like that, set up in Sheffield, just looking over the city. And they were looking over in the direction of one of the forges that are still active in Sheffield. And that night, I think it was either last night or the night before, was where they tip all of the slag out of the crucibles, and you just get this. In the local area, you get a massive fire, but because of the way that the sky was, with being quite sort of damp in the air, so there's a lot of particles for the light to reflect from or refract from, it just illuminated the sky in this sort of brilliant orange glow about it. It looked really weird and sort of, I don't know, nuclear almost, but no, it's just literally fire from the slag being tipped out from the crucibles, it just a brilliant kind of flash from it. It's very, very, very cool. If I can find it, I'll try and find it on Twitter again and share it, because it looked really quite impressive. And I did always wonder why there was a weird orange glow around Sheffield, and now I know it's probably because of that. Thank you for the 500 bits there, Matt. I was about to say, yes, if you've never played Outright before, what you need to do is go to outright.live, enter in with the room code of 68356 with a name that I can reasonably identify you by, because the top 3 will be getting some prizes from me in the form of Doots. Yes, 50,000 Doots for first place, 25,000 for second place, and 10,000 Doots for third place in this game. If you've never seen an episode of Outright, never played a game of Outright, it sounds very, very simple. Answer questions correctly, do it fast enough, you get lots of points. However, the kicker is you must at some point decide, I've had enough of this round and I need to get out of the round. Because if you don't do that, if you fail to get out of a round, then you are eliminated from the game. You are left in. Ha ha. But at certain points in the game, round 2 and round 4 particularly, you will also need to care about what your score is. At the end of round number 2, not only must you be out of the round at some point, but you must also be in the top half of the pack score-wise to advance through. And at the end of round number 4, which is the final round, you need to be at the top of the leaderboard when you get out, and stay there when the timer hits 0. And unfortunately, it is possible for people to overtake you, so you just have to get out at the right time. That is how this game works. But I will recommend, don't get out on the first question you get right, otherwise it might make it a little harder for you to continue your game on, though not impossible. We have seen crazy, crazy outcomes from this game, the number of times that we've played this, and I'm still getting constantly surprised by the results that come out of some of these games. And if you've never played, I would encourage you have a go at it. Or if you're not feeling comfortable, you are more than welcome to just lurk around for the time being and just see how it all plays out. The room code is 68356. We have got, goodness me, how many names? 36 names here. I think that's something like that. 7 times 5 plus 1 is 36. That is a good number of names to have on this game here. Written by Oni, proofed by Inca. Thank you very much for the proofing on this, Inca. Appreciate that. Certainly, mate. Just sort of this first week alone, just looking at how proofing in general works with the new workflow and stuff, it has been an absolute breeze for me just to keep on top of things for the stream. Because like, oh, tonight's stream is this, this, and this in that order by these people, and it's been proofed by these people, and I can just sort of copy paste the block, and I'm just set. Just set for life. Runtime error index out of bounds. That's an interesting one, KS. Yeah, you might find that it might still work, KS. That might just be a weird JavaScript runtime error, but that's not necessarily part of the Unity runtime. So we'll just see how it all plays out, because this is still on an old version of the WebGL system, so it's not really mobile compliant if you're trying to play it on mobile. It's not particularly Safari compliant either, to be honest, but it sort of works still. Eventually, I will want to update this and also add on the additional be able to do Twitch Auth stuff that I've now introduced into the Doot Drop. Oh, spoilers, by the way, I've added that into my Doot Drop app. You'll see that in a couple of weeks' time, I believe, or in fact, next week's time, because I've got the 100k Doot Drop on the 27th of October. So you'll see all the magical stuff behind all that, and it just sort of works. You don't have to do any do any auth tokens or anything like that. It just works, just magic like that. But that is for next week. We've got to deal with the quiz for tonight. So I think it's time, folks, for me to instigate the 1 minute countdown. Last chance to get into this game. Room code is 68356. Go to outright.live, join in with a name that I can reasonably identify you by, so that I can pay you some doots out if you are one of the top 3 at the end of the game. Formation round. I suppose this is the formation round of sorts, isn't it, Topper? We're forming you into a group, and then we do all sorts of crazy stuff. The music is always... I mean, when I found this music and also the one for round 4, I was like, this is a winning combination. Sorry, Topper. Different game show. And I just had to go with it because it's such good music for the game. But anyway, that's my waffle done. We've got 41 names into play, but only one of you can be our outright winner. We could have 0 outright winners. That's entirely possible. Good luck! And welcome in placeholder to make it an even 42. 21 and a half minutes on the clock. The time starts now. Round 1 is called the Witching Hour. Answer up to 50 questions. The words of the question will appear one by one, and it's a multiple choice to start with. You just need to choose the correct answer from the possibilities shown. Fast answers will score more points, a maximum of 15 on each question, and this is how the game works. A correct answer will get you that get out button at the bottom of your screen for 10 seconds. You must get out at some point before the round timer at the top of the screen hits 0, otherwise you will be eliminated. Don't get out on the first question you get right, but you have to get out at some point, because if you do not, you will be eliminated. Once you are out of the round, you can't score any more points, so try and maximise the amount of points that you get out of this round, because they'll matter in round 2. Good luck. Which is heavier, the pop singer seal or an average seal? Which is heavier? As I can see, all sorts of dirty gubbins on my webcam there that I need to get rid of. 22 got that right. An average seal is heavier than the pop singer seal, which is taller. And some players just going for a 50-50 guess and hoping they'll get 15 points. Because of course you can get a maximum of 15 if you get it as soon as it's revealed. They've all got it right. The Washington Monument is taller. Which is more popular on Duolingo as of 2022? It's almost like we're doing some more 1,000 heartbeats. Kind of like the compare round, maybe? 32 got it right. Japanese is the correct answer there. Which is older? Which of the Williams sisters is older, Serena or Venus? $24 getting that right. Venus Williams is the elder. Which has more rooms? Which has more rooms? My hair is messing up tonight because it's been wet outside. 27 got that right. We're looking for the White House has more rooms. Which is superior in the RAF? By the way, there's no guarantee that this pattern will continue all the way through to the end of the round. So those hoping for 50-50s might be in for a surprise. I don't know. Air Commodore was the correct answer there. Which is lighter? Cerise or Crimson? Which is lighter? 30 have got that right. Cerise is the answer there. Brian H is the first one to get out on 53. They are safe through, but can't score any more points in this round. Which has more hearts? A hagfish or an octopus? So for everybody apart from Dunata Mole on pony number 42 have got points, though I believe Nata has mentioned some stuff. Yes, unfortunately have some problems. Hagfish was the correct answer. Which has won more FIFA World Cups? More getting out now. Skydiving Ref on 38. Puzzles of the Fourth Power 68. Kylo 84. Sabrina's Cat 92. Pyro 63. KS 46. The correct answer there was Brazilian men's team. Which is closer to Idaho? Kansas or Arkansas? Oh, sorry, Arkansas. Mean PG, K-Nice getting out. Answer there is Kansas. 5 questions left now. Which is faster? Ben getting out. Ondi getting out. Placeholder doing the same. The answer there is a fart. Lovely. Which is generally more acidic, beer or wine? Oh, Lots getting it right. Lots taking the opportunity to get out as well. Poker Joker, now the one with the lead on 120 and out. 26 got it right. Wine is generally more acidic. 3 questions left. Which has more triangular points on its flag? Qatar or Bahrain? Even Me out on 109, Shadowmain 107, DMC 105, plus a few more. Qatar was the correct answer there. Question 14, which is longer? Le Mans 24-hour record race distance or the coastline of Sicily? Halo, Cersei Bat getting out there. Jake got it wrong, has to stay in for the final question. Le Mans 24-hour record race distance is the correct answer. Last question. Which has been married to Heidi Klum more times? And everybody that is on terms with the tech, unfortunately, Nata fallen foul. I mean, it did have to continue all the way through. The pop singer Seal was the correct answer. And the only player falling foul was, unfortunately, Nata, who, was having some tabbing issues, which I am aware of being a problem. Again, that's native to this old version of WebGL with the old version Unity, and will be essentially fixed by using a more modern version of Unity in the future. JB Henry, I round 1 this game. Everybody else is in, though. 41 players, though that does mean we could be seeing 20 players getting eliminated at the end of round number 2, because, as I say, only the top half of the pack at the end of round number 2 can continue on, and there is that dividing line now making its place. Round number 2, you could play this. Answer to 50 questions. Words of the question will appear in a random order. You are now typing your answers. No multiple choice. You are typing your answers. Spelling will generally matter. We do have some alternates in there, but spelling will generally matter. No points lost, though, if you're wrong. Fast answers will score 1 point, a maximum of 50 in each question. Plus, there's also a streak bonus in this round. You will get an additional 5 points on top for each successive correct answer in a row. An abstention or a wrong will reset your streak count. A correct answer will get you that get out button, and you must get out before the round timer hits 0, and you must be in the top half of the pack. That is rank 21 and above to advance to round number 3. Good luck. There is not Kenda, though that could be something to add in future. Trick-taking card game. You could play it whilst crossing a river. 30 getting it right. Bridge. Yeah, you could play it while crossing river. Capitalism. Just capitalism. Simulator board game. You could play it, and only it. What a capitalist pig. Monopoly is the correct answer. 36 getting it right. Battle Royale video game. You could play it whilst misspelling the word meaning 2 weeks. 35 got it right. Fortnite is the answer there. Railway-themed board game. You could play it whilst listening to the Beatles. $32 getting that right. Ticket to Ride is the answer there. Betting card game. You could play it whilst stoking a fire. Poker Joker still with the lead on 219. 35 getting that right. Poker was the answer there. Poker. Classic shooter video game. You could play it whilst facing a terrible fate. You getting that right? 24 getting right. Doom was the answer there. Ah, fair enough, Ben. Makes sense. Rule-making card game. You could play it whilst being the leader of China from 1949 to 1976. 23 getting that right. Meow is the answer there. Bird-based board game. You could play it whilst admiring a bald eagle's 2-meter long one. It's quite long, that. Wingspan. Ah, that makes sense. 27 got that right. KS is the first to go out on 181. Currently above the line, but kind of sketchy position. Tube shooter video game. You could play it during that Shakespeare play about bad weather. 21 got it right. Tempest was the correct answer there. Freshly cut tipster. Out on 353, probably a safe place. Topmas, 342, also a safe place-ish. Mosaic building board game. You could play it while learning the Portuguese word for blue. 90 got it right. Azul, the answer there. Colo's out on 373. Ubisoft open world video game series. You could play it whilst staring at puppies. I love this clue. 6 got it right. It's Watch Dogs. Simple card game. You could play it whilst listening to Rhythm is a Dancer. It's a something something. Less than a minute. 60 got it right. Snap was the answer there. Few more getting out now. Still got about 10 places above the line not claimed. Police-themed board game. You could play it at Fort 4 Whitehall Place, London. 10 got it right. 11 got it right. Scotland Yard, the answer there. Just 2 questions now. Still not all the places claimed. Massively multiplayer video game. You could play it with a bunch of scapegoats. Five got that right. Fall Guys is the answer there. Still 3 places above, not claimed. Last question. Solitaire card game. You could play it in Northwest Canada in the late 1890s gold rush. Silver Electron, can you claim that final spot? No! Klondike was the answer. Only 1 space not claimed above the line, meaning JB, you have survived round number 2 and you are through to the next round. Hard luck though to Ben, Brian H, Sissy Bat, Kla, DMC Atogi, Jake Pawson, G Isons, K Nice Tomate, Candlelight, KS, Mr. Vertigo, on the check. Opsy, Puzzle to the 4th Power, Pyro, Sabrina's Cat, Sandby, Silver Electron, and Sky Diving Ref. Unfortunately, not enough points to get through, or you failed to get out in time, and you have been eliminated. Very good game, though. 21 player surviving with Kart Quiz at the top of the board there with a 499. Unfortunately, it means absolutely nothing as we go to round number 3 because we reset the scores for our final 21 players. And it's, oops, all numbers. So, answer up to 50 questions. Words will appear in reverse order. Type your answers, but I will tell you, it's all numbers. So, hands on digits is all I'll say on this one. No points lost, though, if you're wrong. Fast answers will score more points, a maximum of 15 on each question. Correct answer will get you a get out button for 10 seconds. Get out before the round timer hits 0, otherwise you will be eliminated. And once you're out, you can't score any more points. There is no streak bonus in this round. Just get points, because those points will matter in the final 3-minute blitz in round number 4. And if you get there, I'll need to give you a little bit of a hint as to how round 4 works. But for now, to the numeric keypad. Screen the of top, the at look hint round. This in questions of number. Oh, maybe me, Kart Quiz, Riff and Topmas. Failing to read the question properly, maybe. Or preempting it. 15 was the number we're looking for, not the 1. It's called you whatever, or man, or pontoon, or blackjack in score target. Oh, placeholder! Only one getting that wrong. All the other 20 players getting it right. The target score in all those games is 21. Wait for the full question here. Album, recent, most... Adele's. A few preempting what that first word might have been. Maybe because Adele likes to go with number-based titles for their album. 30 is the answer there. 1 American. The not one proper the. Football of half 1 in minutes. And by proper one, we mean soccer, I think. 17 got that right. We're looking for 45 minutes and a half of soccer. Election presidential US Gore v. Bush of the year. Football, not hand egg. Answers in the comments, please. 40 got that right. We're looking for the year 2000. or just 00 would have been accepted, I believe. Wheel roulette. A on spaces, red of number. Number of red spaces on a roulette wheel. Even if there's a 0 or a 00, it's still the same. 18. Sandler Adams, starring film 2004. A in dates first of number. $17, getting that one right. We're looking for 50 first dates. Stripe A, designated. That's ball, pool, lowest numbered. Lowest numbered pool ball, that's designated a stripe. 17 of 21, getting that right. Answer there is 9, the 9 ball. It's a yellow striped ball. 1984 in limit speed, national US, the drive can't. Allegedly, Hagar Sammy Speed. Hagar. Nine got that right. 55 miles per hour, I think. Number phone. Clock speaking, BT. Clock. And not any other word. Bit of a UK thing here. And also fallen out of favour, I suppose. 1, 2, 3, the speaking clock. Matt Game Twister Standard A on spots. Coloured of number. Ooh, not many Twister players. Only 6 getting that right. There's 24 spots in total. Yard A in inches of number. How's your imperial measures? Apparently much better than your Twister knowledge. 14 got that right. Quite a few getting out. 36 inches in a yard. Less than a minute, 3 questions. Madagascar of city capital, the inn. A's of number. Worth a punt anyway. Five got it right. It's 4 for Antananarivo. Question 14. Pound. Under coins UK. All of pence in sum. What's the sum in pence of all UK coins in the usual distribution? Under £1. Steps has got it right. Can you get out? Are you going to play on for one more? You are getting out on 188. The answer there. Cart quiz just for you. Round entire this. In answers correct, men have numbers prime anyhow. Yeah, a bit of a tricksy question 15 here. Can you get it right? No, you can't. The answer is 0. None of them were prime. Unfortunately, Cart Quiz, you went all the way, got stuck there, had to answer question 15, unfortunately, did not work out for you, and you have been eliminated. Hard luck. With 20 players still surviving, though. Mark currently at the top with 124. Behind by 11 points is JB on 113. And then we've got freshly cut Tipster on 107. But it can all change in the final round. And I'll explain to you that when you see a question with underlined text, your job is to replace that underlined text to make the statement correct. Because it's and breathe. Whew. Questions appear immediately and quickly. Type your answer, spelling will generally matter. No points lost though if you're wrong. Question 1 is worth 2, 2 is 4, 3, 6, 4 is 8, so on and so on, increasing by 2 each time. The game will end immediately after 3 minutes of questions. First, to give me a correct answer, we'll start a 5-second time pressure on everybody else to answer. If no one answers, then we will pass after 15 seconds. A correct answer will get you that get out button for 5 seconds. And you can only get out if you are the first to do so, or if you have a score higher than the previous person that did so. The winner is whoever is still at the top of the board and out when time expires. It is... Whew, good luck. Specifically, the cartoon dog character Snoopy is a... Oh, the underline's not working. It's a seagull. Jesus, why did the underline not work? It's literally there. Beagle's the answer. Since 2007, Drew Carey has hosted The Price is Too Damn High. Why is the underline not working there? That's so weird. Answer is right. Chocolate Eclair is a pastry most commonly filled with lewd thoughts. Man. Answer is cream. Why is it not there? According to a song in Oklahoma, the corn is as high as the elephant Shatner's bassoon. Answer there is I. 12 strikes in a row in 10-pin bowling is known as a waste of time. Answer there is perfect game. The Eagles' best known hit song in 1977's Hotel Trivago. Answer there is California. James Dean starred in the 1955 film Rebel Without a Driver's License. Answer there is Cause. The final book of the Bible is so long and thanks for all the fish. All of that. All of that quote. Answer there is Revelation. The winner of the 1992 US presidential election was Indifference. Oh my god, I'm having to do this on the fly. Bill Clinton's the answer there. A baby koala is called a heckin' chonker. The underlines are supposed to be there. I can see them in the formatting. Joey's the answer. The US TV host and writer who was imprisoned in a financial scandal in 2004 is Martha Conan Doyle. Martha Stewart, the cartoon cat Garfield's favourite food is the blood of his enemies. Answer there is lasagna. The Olympic event where runners jump hurdles and water jump is called the 3,000 metre general anxiety. For God's sake. That's what I'm feeling right now. Steeplechase is the answer there. Marie Curie won her second of 2 Nobel Prizes in 1911, her Nobel Prize for assorted drapery. Answer there is chemistry for 30 points. First appearing as the 1994 Eurovision Interval Act. Riverdance was led by Michael Barrymore. Flatly for 32 points. In the video game Pac-Man, the first fruit your character can eat is a rotten durian. How apt. It's a cherry. Victoria Cora Mitchell's BBC Two quiz show is called Link the Damn Things Up Yourself. Live Boys out 63. Pokédog on 353. Answer is only collected 36 points. Rigoletto and La Traviata were operas composed by Giuseppe Sloppy. Answer there is Verdi for 38 points. A regular adult human's mandible should contain 16 Space Jam DVDs. Mark's out on 458. You need more than that to get out there. 10 seconds. Teeth is the answer. 40 points. The best-selling car in the UK in 2022 was the Nissan Cash Trapped. Ralph's got enough by 3 points on 461. The answer is the Qashqai. Oh my god! It's the Qashqai at the end there. How
is that underline supposed to look again?
I don't understand why the underline's not there. I don't get it. It should be there. I'm going to either just show the bloody question area now, show the damn question box, get rid of the end game area, just so I can just show you. It should be there. It's got the tag and everything. Why is it not rendering it? It's literally got the tag in it. What the heck? No, it's there! It's there! Haven't done a damn thing other than reveal it, and it's there now. What the fuck? Not there. Mirage. What the fuck? What the hell? I guess that's what it is, KS, is that the underline doesn't seem to work with my text reveal thing. I guess that's it. But we've done underlines before. I swear we've done underlines before in Outright. Or haven't we? We've certainly done we've done underscores like with blanks, but not maybe we haven't done underlined text proper. Maybe we haven't. Wow. Well, Oni, congratulations on finding a bug. And allowing me to improvise how to do who without it showing the underlines properly. I apologise for everyone there for the underlines not appearing. But I that's all I could do is just do that while it's running because the game runs itself. Oh my god, that's such a wow. Sorry, Oni. Sorry, everybody else. But for those that could work out what the hell was going on in that final round, well done to Ralph with 461 points, beating Mark by just 3 whole points. Add 461. That's not how it works, Ashley. That's not how it works. I've completely lost myself now. 49,539. If I do that, then it all adds up. There we go. Now you've got actually 50,000 dudes. Jesus Christ. Oh God. Yes. Mark, congratulations. Second place to you. And I'm going to award it properly. There's 25,000 dudes to you. And third place goes to BC 2014. A great performance from you. 432 points. And you get 10,000 dudes, and it's your first 10,000 dudes of season 13. Congratulations to you. Couldn't listen because of a 5 second. I mean, yeah, if you're watching on a 5 second delay, it's going to be really difficult to get the whole emphasis thing of the clues. So sorry, I do apologise, but thanks, Topper. Thanks for the insult to injury for doing the Unicode fake underline stuff. Appreciate that. But Oni, really wonderful questions there. Thank you very much for that. And thank you again to Inca for helping proof that pack. Like, the formatting is absolutely correct. As you can see, the underline is there. But for some reason, it just never rendered in the reveal text stuff. So clearly something for me to look at in future. Has somebody already mentioned it in the outright chat? No, they've not. I'm going to say underline bug. Mirage. There we go. I'll know what I mean by that. Or maybe I'll hope when I look at that in 5 weeks' time and go, what the hell did I mean by Mirage? But congratulations to you all and some wonderful questions. Thank you again for that. More of the... What the heck is that, Ben? How have you got a nothing burger? How have you got a nothing on your screen? What? How have you got a nothing? That's crazy. That was pre-question. How was it pre-question when you got the bar at the top, though? That doesn't make sense. That can't be pre-question if it's got the bar. I mean, yes, the layout itself is bizarre for a portrait layout thing, but I've no idea why you've got no text for your question at that point. That makes no sense whatsoever. So that's another thing to look into. Clearly, how have we gone for how many years have we run out right now? How have we gone this many years and not known about underlines not working and not known about that layout stuff? 3 years. 3 goddamn years. You can't make this shit up. Anyway, we are going to move swiftly on to our second game this evening, which is not outright. Thankfully, it's a pace that I can keep control of, and it's a game written by David J. Bodicum. It is Duel Royale. So let me close this up. Let me go to Duel and press this wonderful music where we get the wonderful noise, hopefully. Come on, game. Do the right thing. Thank you. Oh, boy. QA never ends. That's very true, Tipster. That's absolutely true. But we continue on regardless. So, it is Duel Royale. Once again. Hopefully... if all goes well in tonight's game, touch wood, then that will be 2 successful runs in a row. Which means the next game, if we can get it working, means we can finally give the all clear to Duel Season 5. Because, oh my god, I need to do another Duel Season at some point, don't I? It's been a while. Been a long time. To play this game, you will need to go to a different website. I apologise, there's another website. And it's an entirely different experience. Go to duel.hbweb.co.uk. Sign in with Twitch. And you'll need to join in to the current game, which is Attention Duelists. With the room code of OCTO, Octo. Do you get the idea because it's October? I don't know. Click to register. And you will have your name then populate in the all players list. Once you have done that, you are basically ready to go to play Duel Royale this evening. The Duel Octo expansion, it is indeed, Scar. If you've never played Duel before, it is a multiple choice quiz, 4 possible answers, only one of which each time is the correct answer. But you have 10 chips at your disposal. You can cover multiple answers, though be aware any chips on wrong answers will be removed from the game. It is as simple as that. Though with simplicity comes great psychological complexity. We also give you some thinking time on the clock, minimum of 20 seconds on each question, but you have 3 minutes at the beginning of the game to use however you feel. Play your chips wherever you desire, but at all times cover the right answer, because you fail to cover the right answer at any given time, the game for you is over. But we do have an audience sort of play along if you do get eliminated, where we give you a token chip to see how you would have played had you still been in the game at this point. Oh yeah, this music is rather epic, is it not? And I love it. We'll give you a couple more minutes just to filter on into the room on the Duel website. I see a good number of names, and David is trying to make sure that you can at least survive question number 1. I've seen the questions that have come through, and David really is testing your ability on whether you have basic reading comprehension, basically. Don't take it as a challenge, because obviously you won't get anything if you do eliminate yourself on question number 1. But we would like to see everybody go green on question number 1 at the very least, regardless of where you are in the world, hopefully. Remind me, what knocked most of out last time? I can't remember. Oh no, it was a weird sport question. Something to do with like tennis, but a different variation of tennis, if memory serves. And a lot of people just went for a completely different bait answer, and it all just went tits up very early on. Mini tennis, yeah, that was more like it. Yes, mini tennis. Well, it's certainly a very different question one, this, but hopefully you won't miss it. 39 players currently in to play some Duel Royale this evening. When I activate the button, in fact, I'm going to activate it now because there's no penalty for me doing so, because people can still join in at a late point and should still be able to get in on question number 1. If you refresh your screens now on the Duel website, you should see a green play button. Click that and it'll take you now to the game table where you'll be doing all of your dealings with the Duel game. You will see the question on there, the 4 possible answers. Just click on the answers to place a chip on those, and then once you are happy, then lock down your answers.
The answer is 42.
I'm not going to say that, Silent Marine. We're not doing test questions. We don't need to do that anymore. And I'm saying for certain that the answer is not 42. I'm definitely saying that right now. The answer is not 42. What does the accelerate button do? Nothing in this mode, only when we go into proper duels where it actually matters, but it's just part of the main table environment, so don't worry about it. And the answer's not 24 either. Ceci n'est pas un test question. Absolument. If we're all ready then, I think we are. It is time for me to load in to Duel Royale, courtesy of David J. Bodicum, October the 20th, 2023. Quarrels and Truels when? When Duel Season 5, basically. Toshi with the year!
What the heck? That's a name you haven't heard in ages.
It is!
/ hi Ash and chat from the lurking realm. Also / 12 total sub months. But Toshi thinks that's about / 12 weeks. Yeah, I think so. Anyway.
Anyway, the text speech is there. Anyway, I'm done. Time to stack on some yummy chips. Good to see you guys again. Long live the 8 fantastic sides. Thank you very much for the 1 year resub there, Toshi. Good to see you as well. It has been a long time, and I do still remember the 8 fantastical sides in 1 versus 108. 8. Always good to see you. So, it is time to start this game of Duel Royale. Make sure you are now on the play screen ready to see the question come up. If for some reason you see the question has come up on my stream and it has not come up on your screen over on your table, then just hit F5, refresh the game, and it should show up. Unless, of course, all the website decides to go down at this point. But I hope it doesn't, because we have tested certain routes, but as we've seen with Outright, clearly not all routes have been tested. So, if you're ready, let's duel. Good luck. Let me load up question number 1, and your first question is this. What is usually regarded as the first letter of the English alphabet? A, 42, doot, or potato? What is usually regarded as the first letter of the English alphabet? A, 42, doot, or potato? We have 42 players. Fantastic. Well, 40 of our 42 players have locked in. 2 have not yet. They have joined the game, and they have not locked an answer in yet. One of them has now answered. The other one has not answered. Is someone just burning their own personal time? Doing like a Magnus Carlsen thing? Yes, a reminder that for answering the question, you need to click on the answers first and then hit the lock button at the bottom to confirm your answers. Can we accelerate them? Well, I mean, I can press the button, though, as we've seen before, that button does weird shit. So what I am intending on doing instead is just letting the 3 minutes play out. So we're just going to be here for a while, folks, if you don't mind. Let's decelerate them. No, we need to get their timer running faster, ideally. Chat amongst yourselves, very much so. Well, 41 of you have locked an answer in. Are you happy with your answers? I hope you are, because you've locked it in. You can't change it anymore. The rain certainly has been rough today, Brand New Halo. I was worried I wouldn't be able to get back home, in fact, because, well, the tram in Sheffield has been having all sorts of problems today. It can't go all the way to Meadowhall anymore. The tram train couldn't go to Rotherham, so that just got suspended for the rest of the day. It's just been a right day.
I've decided what I want Borth to mine. You versus me at Duel for extra life.
Oh, JB. That is a great suggestion. If you've got someone in mind for writing questions, then absolutely we can do that. Which does mean we'll also need someone to host that particular episode as well. So we'll get someone to write questions, and we need to get someone to host the questions as well. An extra life duel. Oh, goodness me. Oh, there we go! That might have been the timer kicking in, but we have now got all 42 players locked in. Put me in, coach, says 8. I mean, if you want to do that, 8, absolutely. So, yeah, we'll have to figure out a plan for that. Whether we want to do, like, a increasing donation amount for more questions that we survive in the duel kind of thing. So, or maybe just do it like the old ITV show did. Every discarded chip adds an extra amount to the extra life donation at the end. That would be a good idea. But that's only an idea. Up to you, ultimately, because it's going to be your thing. But just throwing things out there that might work to sweeten the pot slightly. Right, 42 players have finally answered, or at least one of them might have been forced to answer with nothing. We'll see. Let's drop the screen and see where we played. Yes, as predicted, 41 players have put a chip on A, and one player has unfortunately been timed out and not placed a chip anywhere. So, what is usually regarded as the first letter of the English alphabet, I do appreciate the additional usually regarded in there, because of course there's a different thing here where it says the first alphabet was sort of set up by the Phoenicians, who had an alphabet of 22 consonants arranged in the order of how often they were used. Whereas A, of course, is a vowel, and the answer here is, of course, it's an A. Yes, A is the correct answer. And on question number 1, David, we did lose a player, though due to inactivity rather than stupidity, I suppose. So I think we're happy with that kind of result. Who was it? We're not going to name names, Matt. We're not going to name names. I can obviously see that information on the log, but we're not going to do that. We'll continue on with the game. 41 players surviving that question. Congratulations there, all 41 players. We have survived the question. Next up, on question number 2, where you might have to think a little bit now, folks. Question number 2 is this. What do photographers call the time after sunrise or before sunset, when the most beneficial light is available? Is it golden flower, golden power, golden hour, or golden shower? Okay, that might already be a question that would fit perfectly over on the dumpster lounge, but we will we'll let that slide for now. All live players are locked in, plus whoever was eliminated also did lock in an answer. What a right for Quarry Stream Season 4! I suppose, yeah, it's more of a league question, isn't it, for Quarry Stream? That's very true. Goodness me. Is it A, golden flower? Is it B, golden power? Is it C, golden hour? Or is it D, a golden shower? Just drop the screen. 41 chips have been placed on C, the golden hour, and now that's a technical weirdness, because there's now additional... No, that's fine. People have just had... God, I'm overthinking things now. They're thinking there's now suddenly 43 players in the game and they've got a single chip on A and B. No, that's not the case. It's just someone out there, or maybe multiple people, have split their opinion and covered more than one answer. I'm just overthinking things because I'm just worried like anything could go wrong. Anyway, 41 chips on C, single chip on B, single chip on A. What do photographers call the time after sunrise or before sunset when the most beneficial light is available? The golden hour. Yes, golden hour is usually regarded as the first or last hour of sunlight. Photographers love this time because the light is even and golden and not harsh enough to overexpose the subject. Phrase is also used in medicine to describe the time immediately following a serious injury when treatment is urgently required. 41 giving me a correct answer there, so nobody getting eliminated. Let's close the question off. We have lost a couple of chips to the void, but still plenty of game. As long as you cover the correct answer, Andy, you're still playing the game properly. No harm at all in doing that. There's no shame at all in covering multiple answers. As long as you still cover the correct answer, you're in the game. That's all that matters. Chip in a chair, as we say here. Moving on to question number 3, which is this one. Which of these is a name for a police informant or someone acting as a decoy? Armchair penguin, beanbag flamingo, stool pigeon, or lazy boy dodo? flails to any penguin kind out there, by the way. There you go, there's the tipster. All players are in. So let's drop that screen. More of a split here. So 39 chips on C, the stool pigeon, 10 chips on A, armchair penguin, 7 on the beanbag flamingo, and 1 on the lazy boy dodo. Nobody on the eliminated side, so we're just sort of ignoring that for now. Though, given we started with 41 players, we will be losing at least 2 players on this question. Though we could be losing a lot of players if the answer is A or B. And we could even have an end of game on question number 3 if it's the lazy boy dodo. Is that the correct answer? It's the stool pigeon is the answer we were looking for there. The phrase likely came about from hunting decoys and police informers who hung around on stools in bars listening for criminal gossip. Hence the name, the stool pigeon. Never even heard of the pigeon. I guess if you're not native English, then it might be difficult to work that out. But yeah, all of these are bird kind of some variety. Pigeons are, I suppose you could say, kind of like the vermin of the bird world. Certainly in cities, and that they are generally everywhere. You expected moles, to be fair. That certainly would make sense, Kenda, and there's certainly a mole option out there, but all of these are bird kind, so we're looking for the stool pigeon in this case. 39 players survived the question. Very well done. Let's continue on to the next question. Load it up. Question number 4, where I need to be careful how I read things. Here we go. Combining the concepts of an existing website and an app, the Humble Bumble company is launched. Which of these would be its most logical offering? Women can download cheap software first. You can take photos of train tickets. A biker will deliver music to your door. AI will generate new social media friends. Combining the concepts of an existing website and an app, the Humble Bumble company is launched. Which of these would be its most logical offering? Use that thinking time while you have it. Though be aware, if you do lose all your time, we will top you back up to 20 seconds for each question. Tech question, are you supposed to lose your thinking time when eliminated? Possibly, Kenda. I actually can't remember off the top of my head how eliminated players work with their remaining time of thinking. Though it's a moot point because once all of the live players are locked in, the eliminated players get a forced 7-second accelerator played against them anyway, just to keep things moving along. So if you do have a lot of time still kicking around and you're just sort of stalling for time, it won't matter for the main game for everybody else still playing. So, 39 players surviving this question so far, but let's see how you've played. 58 chips on the table, 36 of which on A, women can download cheap software first. 9 on D, AI will generate new social media friends. 6 on B, you can take photos of train tickets. And 5 on C, a biker will deliver music to your door. Over on the eliminated side, we have just 2 chips. On A, women can download cheap software first. Well, I can tell you the correct answer is... It is A, women can download cheap software first. So, this is a combination of Humble Bundle and the app Bumble. Founded in 2010, Humble Bundle sells discount software bundles with a portion of the revenue going to charity, though they have widened the sort of the bracket further on to like soundtrack packs for games or for like Unity tools and things. But it's certainly centric around video games, though. Started by Whitney Wolf Herd in 2014, or Wolf Herd possibly, Bumble is a dating app that lets women make the first move. So yes, women are the first to make any sort of motion in Bumble. So combine the two, the Humble Bundle with Bumble, and you get that women can download cheap software first. That is the answer that we're looking for. 36 getting the right answer. We have to say goodbye to a few players there. So at the end of that question, let's see where we're at in terms of chips. Still a lot of chips in play. 329 chips left for our active players. The best still has their full complement, and the average chips we're talking about is 9.1 chips. So far, for those still in the game, the average player has lost about a chip out of their initial allocation of 10. So still a lot of gameplay in this game so far. Okay. Let's continue on. Load up the next question, which is... Oh, God, here we go. I'm going to do this thing now, don't I? Here we go. Under EU Directive 8181, how should the first line of the best-known song featuring Khalees go? My milkshake brings all the boys to the 61.44 centimetres. My milkshake brings all the boys to the 71.44 centimetres. My milkshake brings all the boys to the 81.44 centimetres. My milkshake brings all the boys to the 91.44 centimetres. Damn right. Bloody numbers. How should the first line of the best known song featuring Khalees go? Ooh, hello. How did that happen? Ah, someone sent an emote. That's absolutely fine. We don't care about emotes in this game. Damn it, Khalees, says Tipster. Yeah, there is a little bit of a joke inside of the voice chat with regards to this. What milkshake? So you might have panicked when you saw under EU Directive 8181, but hopefully once you realise what the question and answers are looking at here, well, it's just a matter of reapplying a question we had earlier in Oni's game where we were talking about the yard, actually, though we are doing a bit more of a conversion here, potentially. Let's drop the screen. Oh, people do not know their differences, the equivalents of inches or yards to centimetres, imperial to metric, etc, etc. We do have a bit of a spread here. So, 67 chips in all on the table, 32 of which on 91.44 centimetres, 12 on 81.44 centimetres, 10 on 71.44 centimetres, and 9 on 61.44 centimetres. Interestingly, over on the eliminated side, there's 2 on 71 centimetres, approximately, 1 on 81 approximately centimetres, and 1 on 91 approximately centimetres. So the eliminated players think it's shorter, the live players think it's longer. Well, my milkshake brings all the boys to the yard. That's the question we're really looking at here. How many centimetres in a yard? The correct answer is 91.44 centimetres. The best way I remember about a yard is it's just shorter than a metre is. And 91.44 centimetres is pretty close to being 1 full metre in length. So that's kind of why I go, is like 1 yard is basically a metre-ish. And that one's the one that was closest to being a metre. So there you go for future reference. 1 yard is 3 feet, about 30 centimetre rulers, if you know how long a 30 centimetre ruler is. It's just to introduce a brand new set of measures here. We just everything is measured by 30 centimetre rulers. And then for those that need to use smaller measures, we use the 15 centimetre rulers. And then for shorter than that, I don't know what we'll do. We'll think about that later down the line. So I bring ideas to the front, but I don't know how to solve them necessarily. By the way, when Khalees Rogers sang the song, the rights are owned by the writer-producers of Pharrell Williams and Chad Hugo. Well, more you know there. But yes, 91.44 centimetres is the measure of a yard according to EU Directive 80181. And you're all going to remember that, I'm pretty certain. 32 players surviving the question. Very well done. Oh, so Pharrell's to blame then. I suppose you could just apportion the blame to Pharrell if you wish to. Jamie Henry says
17.78 centimetres or GTFO.
And peace with you also. Thank you for the 100 bits there. BRB writing a strongly worded letter. Well, we're moving on to another question, Tipster. So if you're in the game, you might need to pay attention, because here's your next question. If a rune ran around in a kilt, wielding a claymore, waving a blue and white flag and shouting, "Long live Scotland," it would be an example of bingoism, jingoism, dingoism, or flamingoism. A typical Friday. A typical episode of University Challenge. Utter bloody delirium. We're getting some interesting alternate answers here. Live players have locked in. Last few seconds of those still playing along in the eliminated lobby. We've got an extra chip down there. And all has been played. 32 players in on this question. Where have you played? 30 chips down on jingoism with the J. 9 on dingoism with the D. 5 on flamingoism with the flam. And 4 with bingoism with the B. Yeah, when I was doing it, I'm thinking, has he done it because he's David J. Munger? I don't know, but certainly with the J, and then they decided, I forgot that flam is not a single letter. Anyway, 5 of the eliminated players have gone with jingoism with the J, and 1 has gone with flamingoism with the flam. Let's find out. The correct answer looking for here is... It is the jingoism with the J, yes. Jingoism is unwavering, flag-waving patriotism. The term comes from an 1878 music hall song. That is jingoism for you. Bingoism was when you shout "line!" But only in certain environments there, Kendall, would that make sense? Bingoism is Bluey's sister. Bingoism! Oh, God. Well, 30 players correctly identified the correct answer of jingoism. Let's put that away before I reveal more and more of my TikTok history. How are we doing? We've got 240 chips still in play across our live players. And we have the best player still with a full complement and 8 chips on average per player now. So we've gone down another chip, 8 on average. Still quite a few chips to play with, though. Let's continue on. Next question. They are going to get slightly harder. And your next question is this. In British Sign Language, which letter is represented by linking the 2 pinky fingers together? Options are the letter S, the letter I, the letter G, or the letter N. How many still have their full 10? That's a good question to have, actually, Can't Quiz. I don't have that information to hand in the software. I might be able to randomly work that information out from what I can see on the website, but I will continue paying attention to the main game, and maybe we'll come to that stat later on. In BSL, which letter is represented by linking the 2 pinky fingers together? Last few seconds for those still in the eliminated lobby. And that there is time. Yeah, I probably should have learnt sign language at some point in my education system, oh hey. Though I haven't actually had any situation to use it, other than I've used American Sign Language when playing Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes. Because of course we did. We did Skype bomb defusal, and we used the very basics of American Sign Language to communicate the bomb information rather than just using our voices, which obviously means it's a lot harder to communicate the information. But there was a lot of fun in doing it that way. And I've forgotten all of it, honestly. The only reason to know the NATO alphabet is because of Catane. True. True that. 30 players surviving. Let's see where you have played. Oh, yeah, a lot of people don't know their BSL or any particular sign language variety. We've got 25 that have gone with S, 10 with I, 14 with G, 12 with N. Over on the eliminated side at 6, quite a strong majority, must be said, 6 with S, and then a single chip each on I, G, and N. So there seems to be quite the strong preference here for S, but that might not be the right answer. Let's find out. The correct answer is... it is the letter S, because as you sort of curl the fingers together, they sort of represent the two kind of curves of the S, so it makes an S shape. That is why they use that to mean S. The other ones up here, the I is you pointing to the middle finger like this, because you use the digits as your vowels, A, E, I, O, U, if memory serves. G is one fist on top of the other, like one potato, two potato, like that. And the N is you have two fingers pointing to the other palm like that. That is N, like that. So yeah, A, E, I, O, U. That's your S, is one we're looking for that. 25 players getting the right answer. Very well done. Let's put that away. And let's have a look at some information. Average chips. What are we looking at now? Oh, yes. There was a lot of spreading going on there. The average chips are down to 6.9 chips on average per player. Average time is probably still bugged, actually, time-wise. Yeah, 1 minute, 47 seconds. That is, you basically used about half your time at that point, so doing okay. And the best player still has all their 10 chips in hand. We still have 25 players in the game. We're going to have to start making it harder. Next question is this. Which US state is sometimes called America's mitten? Florida, Michigan, Idaho, Colorado. Which US state is sometimes called America's mitten? Florida, Michigan, Idaho, or Colorado? Bernie Sanders? Oh, I see what you mean by the mittens now, Kendi. I know what you mean now. I get you now. Need to just drop like that in the fold-out chair. Go for a licky guess. What? Which one's the most tasty, I suppose? Okay, fair enough. Ah, lucky guess. It was a typo. Okay. Last 2 seconds of those still eliminated. Yes, he did have mittens on, Kenda, yeah. Now there's time. Which US state is sometimes called America's mitten? Very interesting question, this. Stop that screen. Oh, hello. Noise.
You gotta hand it to David.
Yeah, you absolutely do have to hand it to David. Sorry, you're going to get a buzz for that. Thank you for 100 bits there, Milk. Appreciate that. So, over on the chips, we've got 23 for Michigan, 8 for Florida, 5 for Colorado, 7 for Idaho. Eliminated pool, 7 say Michigan, 4 say Florida. Well, I can tell you the correct answer is Michigan. Michigan is the answer. Going by its outline, Michigan, it just looks like a mitten, with the eastern side facing Lake Huron being the thumb, as it were. So yeah, 23 getting it right on Michigan. Very well done. Let's put that away. And the best player still has the full complement. Average chips is down to 6.0 now in play. We will continue on, though. The questions get harder. And we move from the US to something different. Certainly something different here. If an ancient Roman went to these venues, based on its name, which one would they expect to be covered with sand? London Coliseum, Birmingham Hippodrome, Sheffield Arena, Twickenham Stadium. Based on its name, which one would they expect to be covered with sand? They being ancient Romans. Bit of thinking time here. Probably out here, says KS. Well, so long as you still have chips. If you cover the right answer, you're still in the game. Though, of course, with fewer chips means fewer opportunities to cover the correct answer. 23 surviving getting into this question. You've been to Sheffield Arena. It was not sandy in the slightest. No, it's not at all. It's concrete slabs with concrete on the... No, not concrete. It's more tarmac on the outside because it's a big old car park. Let's drop the screen. So, a bit of splitting going on again. 63 chips on the table, 16 of which on the Coliseum of London, 15 on the Arena of Sheffield, 12 of the Stadium of Twickenham, and 8 on the Hippodrome of Birmingham. Over on the eliminated side, 5 say the Arena, 4 say the Coliseum, 2 say the Hippodrome, and 1 say the Stadium. So let's go through a few of these here. So a hippodrome, that there is a race course for horses and chariots. A Colosseum, you would say, is a place for entertainment named after the famous amphitheatre in Rome. A stadium, that's the equivalent of a race course named after the Greek word of stadion, a unit of 600 feet in length. Arena is a Latin word that means sand or a sand-strewn place. And is the correct answer to cover is the Sheffield Arena. Well done to the 15 players covering the correct answer there. Not the majority going the right way for the first time. 16 chips down on the Coliseum was incorrect. 12 on the Stadium was incorrect. 8 on the Hippodrome was incorrect. The 15 on the Arena was the correct answer. Well done to those surviving that. Possibly a bit of an upset for some players. Well, has that tipped the balance somewhat? How's the best player doing? Okay, best player still got full 10 chips, though. That might be a different person now. We don't know. Average, we're down to 4.7 chips now on average per player. And the danger territory is 4 chips because that is the amount that can cover all possible answers. Hey, if you have fewer than 4 chips, you know you can't cover all the possible answers and have to hedge your bet a little. So 4.7 on average is that sort of danger zone point in the game. Haha, funny joke, different game. 50 players surviving. And before we move on, 100 bits from JB.
I made a scale model of the basketball stadium, or a mock arena.
A mock arena. Thank you very much, JB, for the 100 mitts for the mitts. God, I've got mittens on the mind now. 100 bits for the mock arena, or the 100 mitts for a Bock arena. No, that's something very different. 15 players surviving. Here comes your next question. 100 Bernie Sanders. Rip Vod, yeah, very much so. Let's just see the next question, shall we? You have an old laptop that has developed a worrying-looking bulge. Which Reddit forum would it be on topic to post a photo of it? r/sexytech, r/spicy pillows, r/erotic swellings, r/horny handhelds. God, what is this sudden 50-50 we've got going on here? Or I suppose it's 25-25-25-25. Our software gore, though, that's just my streams on a regular basis, Charlemagne. Tales from tech support. Yes, indeed, KS. Okay, live players have locked in the last few seconds for those still eliminated. And that there is time. Are we not going to go to a tech help? No, that'll make too much sense, Poker Joker. You ever used Reddit? You don't use Reddit to actually do sensible things. You go and share and get post karma. You just get all of that precious karma. That's what you do. That's what you do, Reddit. You get karma and then shout at other people. Start the screen. Oh, lots of splittage on this one. 7 on the sexy tech, 8 on spicy pillows, 7 on the erotic swellings, and 3 on the horny handhelds. Very interesting splits going on here. On the eliminated side, 6 say sexy tech, 5 say spicy pillows, and 3 each on erotic swellings and horny handhelds. Where's my information for this question? That's my information for this question. Well, given the number of players at this point, we have 15 players live, and there's 42 chips in play. So on average, we're looking at nearly 3 chips per player on the table. Let's find out what the correct answer is. The answer is spicy pillows, and we have thinned the herd out by about half. We're down to 8 players. So the reason for being called spicy pillows is because a spicy pillow is a battery that has developed a noticeable pillow-like bulge. The pillow effect is caused by gases inside the battery that cause it to swell, and the effect can happen due to manufacturing faults, age, or just plain old damage. And then in certain cases it spontaneously combusts, and you get problems like phones that just set themselves on fire. Looking at you, Samsung. Other phones also have the same problem, by the way. But spicy pillows was the correct answer that we're looking for there. 8 players covering the right answer. Now that's got to have changed something. That's got to have changed the lead right now. How are we looking? The best player has indeed done some spreading. They're down to 7 chips. How about the average player? That's gone up. So we have thinned out the herd, and we actually have players with more chips in play on average. So the average has gone up to 5. The best has 7. Take that into consideration. The best player has 7, and the average is 5. Meaning, well, there's not a massive amount of spreading going on here in terms of the distribution of chips. There might be, but certainly given the max is 7, that can't have skewed the average that much. We have only 8 players left in, and there's 40 chips on the table. But the best player only has 7 in comparison, and the average of 5. So there's quite an even playing field for remaining players. Though, of course, that one or maybe multiple players with 7 will still have a distinct advantage because they can cover all of the answers on at least 2 questions in a row and still be in the game. Either way, let's continue on for another question, shall we? Next question is this. Which one of these animated characters could not represent a sign of the Chinese zodiac? Foghorn Leghorn, Molang, Remy, Poe. Which one of these animated characters could not represent a sign of the Chinese zodiac? There's a knot in there. My hair continues to make a mess. God damn it, hair. I need to get my hair cut, clearly. Oh, goodness me, did you see that time embargo there? Clearly, there are a lot of players in 20-second top-up time territory because that lock-in bar suddenly slid. And that there is time. 8 players surviving. 40 chips still in play amongst those 8 players. Let's drop the screen. Oh, that's a lot of chips in play. Of the 40 chips that we could have had, there's 36 of them on the table. That's a lot of chips. We have... well, that's not me being true to the word, because that's 36 across both live and eliminated. Just realised that fact. Yes, indeed it is, David. In terms of those still live, it is actually only 14 of 40 chips. So that makes more reasonable sense. We've got 6 on Poe, 5 on Molang, 2 on Foghorn Leghorn, 1 on Remy. On the eliminated side, there are 14 on Poe, 4 on Foghorn Leghorn, 3 on Molang, and 1 on Remy. So both sides seem to agree on Poe here. Is that the correct answer? Poe was the correct answer. Well, Poe might be a Teletubby, but Poe is also a panda from Kung Fu Panda, and you would not find a panda in the Chinese zodiac. Others up here, Molang's a rabbit, Foghorn Leghorn is a rooster, and Remy is the rat from Ratatouille. So all the other 3 would feature somewhere in the Chinese zodiac. Poe, the Kung Fu Panda, unfortunately would not find on the Chinese zodiac. 6 players, so from 8 down to 6 on that question. How are we doing now? 6 players have 26 chips together now, meaning that average is now quite low. 4.3 now, the average. So definitely danger zone territory. Best player still has 7 chips in hand. So the best player did only cover 1 answer and got it right. The time? 45 seconds for our live players. So they do have a bit of thinking time on average. But there are only 6 players still alive in the game. Okay. If you're all ready then, next up question is this. In retirement, the hard-nosed BBC detective Luther has added a letter I somewhere in his name. What's he do now? Manufactures violins, hunts game birds, witnesses legal documents, memorises the Bible. Oh, hi there, K-Jobs. It's not Duke Drop, and Duel... It kind of does have late entry. You will just be automatically eliminated and be given a token chip to play with if memory serves. So you can join in late if you wish, but you will not be able to win the game, as it were. You'll just be able to offer an opinion of where you think the answer is. Welcome on into the stream. Hope you've had a good day. 6 players surviving the question. And yes, Duke Drop is next week, next Friday. Let's drop the screen. Over on the live side, we have 5222. Interesting spread here. 5 chips on manufacturing violins, 2 on hunting game birds, 2 on witnessing legal documents, and 2 on memorizing the Bible. On the eliminated side, there are 16 chips, that's a lot of chips, on manufacturing violins, 6 on memorising the Bible, 2 on hunting game birds, and just a single chip on witnessing legal documents. Now, Luther, we add an I to that name, and the name in question now is a luthier, or luthier. And a luthier would manufacture violins. They work on stringed instruments, violins, guitars, and things like that. So manufacturing violins was the correct answer. 5 players surviving that question. We have lost 1 more to the void. Let's put that one away. Now, with 5 players in the game, there are 20 chips across those 5 players. Meaning, simple math says, average of 4 chips per player. The best player spread a little. Down to 6. 7 down to 6. So spread on a second answer and did lose a chip, but is still in the game. Or, alternatively, best player could have just not covered the right answer there, and we now have a new best player. Who's to say? Only they know what's happened. 5 players still in the game. If you're ready, the next question is this. Using their most famous jersey numbers, bracket NHL's Wayne Gretzky minus Real Madrid's Cristiano Ronaldo, close bracket, divided by Chicago Bulls' Michael Jordan equals what? 1, 2, 3, or 4? And yes, I know it's not strictly speaking a bracket, but that's just the word I've used for a long, long time in my life. Parentheses, I know. And a second. Now there is time. We have 5 players surviving a 1, 2, 3, 4 question. How many chips are going to be on the table here? Let's start that screen. We've got an interesting count up here. 0, 1, 2, 3 on the table. Well then, no one in the live players believes it's 1. We have 1 chip down on B, 2 chips on C, and 3 chips on D. On the eliminated side, though, is a very more curious situation. There are 10 chips on B, 7 chips on D, 5 chips on C, and 2 chips on A. Really interesting to see where this is going. The eliminated players believe it's 2. The live players, well, they're sort of counting up and up and up and going for 4. David is crossing fingers for A, because if the answer is A, then that is the end of the game and nobody wins. Is it A? Let's find out, shall we? As I press this button. We are down to 3 players. It is a truel. The answer is 4. So, looking through the maths here, Wayne Gretzky used the number 99 for his entire NHL career, now retired in his honour. Cristiano Ronaldo's number for Real Madrid was the number 7. Chicago Bulls' Michael Jordan was the number 23. Do the maths on that. 99 minus 7 divided by 23, and you get to the whole number of 4. That was the answer that we were looking for there. Screaming in survival, says JP Henry. We are still in the game with 3 players in the game. Now that we have 3 players, 2 of these facts that you're seeing in front of you will essentially give you all of the knowledge of where all the players are. There are 10 chips in play. Okay, maybe some possible combinations, but there's certainly a limited number of options here. 10 chips across 3 players. Wow, that's an advantage. Half of the chips are owned by a single player. So, good luck, other 2. Good luck, other 2 players. You have someone holding 50% of the pot right now. And with 5 chips, that gives them a real advantage, because that means they can cover all the answers and still be left with 2 chips after that question. Chip Monopoly. Well, it's not quite a Monopoly yet. They don't have all the chips in the game. They'll only have that if they win the game. So, let's load up the next question, shall we? Here we go. If they had lived in the 1590s, which of these celebrities would have been most likely to play Juliet in the premiere of Romeo and Juliet? Jackie Chan, Jackie Collins, Jackie Joyner-Kersee, or Jackie Kennedy Onassis? If they had lived in the 1590s, which of these celebrities would have been most likely to play Juliet in the premiere of Romeo and Juliet? Notice all the J's, and also Jackies, I suppose, but it's certainly all J's all the way down. 3 players in on this question. Ralph with some very interesting commentary going on in chat. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, 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 says Ralph. Does Ralph know something? Are they regretting what they have possibly done? Well, let's drop the screen for our final 3 players. There are 7 of 10 chips on the table. 3 of which are on Jackie Collins. 2 on Jackie Joyner-Kersee. And 2 on Jackie Kennedy Onassis. 0 chips on Jackie Chan. On the eliminated side, there are 3 chips on Jackie Collins, 6 each on Jackie Joyner-Kersee and Jackie Kennedy Onassis, but curiously 9 chips on Jackie Chan. Now, we've seen multiple times the eliminated players favour a different answer than the live players. And I think in all scenarios where that's happened, the live players have been the ones to be in the right. So that would mean the live players going with Jackie Collins, which is actually the weakest response from the the eliminated players. They believe that is the correct answer. Now, if the answer is B, we continue on to a true, as we are right now, and we lose 4 chips to the void. If the answer is C or D, we lose 1 player, we go to a straight-up duel. But if the answer is A, then the game ends and nobody is a winner. Let's find out, shall we? The correct answer is Jackie Chan is the correct answer, and it's the end of the game. No winners tonight in Duel Royale. In Shakespearean time, all actors were exclusively male.
I hate this game.
No, you don't, JB. Thank you for the 100 bits. And women, including playing female roles, they were all male. Shakespeare died in 1616, and women weren't allowed to perform on the public stage until 1660 for legal, social, and also religious reasons. The very few professional actresses of the time, such as Mary Frith, only performed in private or amateur productions. Jackie Chan was the correct answer.
No winners this time on Takeshi's Castle.
Indeed, Sooty Cat, thank you for the 100 bits. And it is a no winners scenario in Duel Royale one more time. David has beaten the bunch. And that is the end of the game. Well, let's have a look, shall we, to see where we all fell in this game. On question 1, it was It's H Games that did not lock an answer in. We had 2 lose on Stool Pigeon. There is the Women Can Download Cheap Software first on question number 4. Jingoism on question 6. The letter S, we lost 5 players. We lost 8 players on the Arena of Sheffield. Spicy Pillows, we also saw 7 players go on that. Then going along. G. Eisen's losing on question 12. Mark and Flu Fernando on question 13. And it was JB, Ralph, and Can't Quiz, Won't Quiz who got all the way to question 14 of this game and have failed. So, that there is the end of the game, and, well, I mean, you have survived all the way to question number 14 there. So what we're going to do is we will do some doling out of some half chips for you, essentially. So instead of the full 100,000 prize, we're instead going to halve those prizes to 50,000 for the top prize, which means, well, JB Hendry, with 2 chips still in hand after that question, you will get the top prize, essentially, because you have the advantage by number of chips. So, JB, you are our winner, although also loser, but you're not getting the full prize. You're getting the half prize of 50,000 dupes. Very well done. Then it was the Lupine one, Ralph, in second place. Now I remember what distribution I would normally pay out here. 50, 70, 100, 75, 50. So based on that, it's 37,500 then to Ralph, I think, if my maths is at least partly good. Yes, that sounds about right. Then we've got Can't Quiz, Won't Quiz in third place, getting half of 50,000, which is 25,000. Then we've got Mark E54 in next place, going to be 40,000, which goes down to 20,000. Congrats to you. Then Fluid Fernando, great up to question number 13 with the answer of 4. Unfortunately, not enough. So 30,000 will go to 15,000 dukes for you. And yes, indeed, it is a new season Can't Quiz. That's why the numbers are significantly lower than usual. G. Eisen's 6th place going to you. So that was 30,000 going to 20,000. So that would be 10,000 to you, G. Eisen's. Congratulations to you. And we have 4 more places to pay out, which will be Milk Sanchi, Inca, and Mr. Vertigo will be the final 4 places paid out here. So what we'll do is move on to, say, Milk-like Substance. You're going to get 7,500. Congratulations. Sanchi, very well done getting it to question 11. If I can... Sanchi... Yeah, that should be that name there. You're going to get 5,000. 5,000 for that. Congratulations. And then Inisk, you're going to get... we'll do 2,500. And for Mr. Vertigo, you've gone a long way to get to question number 10. Unfortunately, it only means 1,000 dukes to you. But at least it is 1,000 dukes to play out. What did you say there, Kenda? Apparently, question 15 was quite special. Could it be possible to get it shown? That is a question for David, really. David, are you happy for me to show the question? So I think I can do that without breaking the game too much at this point. Although we have a resolution already, I believe I can show the question and still play it out with everybody as eliminated player. It'll just sort of mark the game as finished a second time. Okay, then. We'll do that. So if you've closed the window, go back to your window, because we're gonna play out a little question just for fun. So get back to where you were. I'm going to press this button to load up the next question. Ah, yes, the next question. Yeah, this is a very special question, this, isn't it? So, if you're all ready for a little bit of fun, this is what question 15 would have been had you survived this far. What is usually regarded as the first letter of the English alphabet? Can't open the window. Ah, okay. Fair enough. Well, you just have to watch and see what the answers are at the very least anyway. What is usually regarded as the first letter of the English alphabet? Your options are... I'm not going to say. You're just going to have to think it out loud now. Someone could lock an answer in, though. Let's take the pressure on everybody else. Okay, then. Somebody could lock an answer in, apparently. You would say C, would you, Natter? Do we know what any of this means, folks? Can anybody parse what the answers are saying? Ondi would say B. That just takes a hard turn. Well, we do need to, ramp up the difficulty. So this is where we're going, we need to really go to crazy difficulty. So Shape says, calendar, tendency, definitely. And we've got, I think Mark says, appearance. Topper says, I say bruh. I'm guessing it's phonetic alphabet, says Kenda. Well, I think you would be right, yes. We are looking at the IPA spelling of certain words. But what we're actually doing is trying to figure out what letters of those words in the traditional spelling of English are the ones that we're actually looking for as usually regarded as the first letter of the English alphabet, which we proved earlier was not 42. And it wasn't doot either. It was A. So, for those that could answer the question, let's just see where you played. So, 8 have gone down onto the 5th letter of tendency, I think it is. 6 on the 7th letter of appearance. If it is appearance. Looks like it is. 2 on the 4th letter of calendar. And 1 on the 6th letter of definitely, or definitely. That's why the sort of the lowercase capital I is in brackets, because you can say definitely, skip it entirely, or definitely and actually pronounce it. Or you can probably schwa it as well, definitely, and that might still work as well. Anyway, majority say it's B. The correct answer is... No, it's D! Correct answer is D. So looking at these, the 7th letter of appearance, APPEARANCE, is an A. Calendar, the 4th letter is an E. Tendency, the 5th letter is an E. Definitely, the 6th letter is an I. EIEIO. So D was the correct answer, and once again, everybody has been eliminated. The game somehow still works, even though we are running it a second time. So yeah, we did have a bit of a callback question in the stack. We finally got there due to David's generosity in wanting to see the question be used, which makes sense because outside of this game, it kind of doesn't matter anymore. Does that count as 3, says Score? No. Although it counts as a finish, does not count as a start, run, and finish, unfortunately. So it only counts as a second one, unfortunately, Score. Wait, running a game after all players are eliminated. Is this quiz night thing? Well, it is now, apparently. So thank you, David, for those wonderful Duel Royale questions. We do have another Duel Royale penned in the schedule, and it's going to be happening during the Quizmas month, if memory serves. Yes, 13th of December is when I believe the next Duel Royale is due to be played out, and fingers crossed, if that goes well, that will then be 3 for 3, which means we should be a green light goer for doing Duel Season 5 tournament in 2024. Yes, we're finally getting there, folks. Duel tournament Season 5 in 2024, because I know you have been waiting for it. I've been waiting for it as well. The Duel is on. Yeah, I guess I could do a Bulgari, can't I, and make the U a V. I mean, it's the done deal, essentially, isn't it? It just makes sense. Well, that brings us to a close on the main content of tonight's stream. Let me go to cam only mode and press some music. Duel Knievel, something like that, yes. Yeah, we do need to start working out what the structure is going to be, Score. Very much so, because you've thrown some ideas at me, and I've just said, maybe. I've been very much non-committal on anything right now, because I don't know what I want to do for Season 5 right now. But we will ponder that. But there are other things more pressing before then, such as Quizmas this year and other things I've done in the season that we haven't seen yet. Fall Guys, yeah. Where were you on Friday, Wednesday, Mark? Well, no, I didn't land on Fall Guys, did I, folks? I landed on In the Grid, didn't I? Yeah, that's what I did. I landed on In the Grid. So we don't actually know what Fall Guys does yet, but we will see what it could be if we land on it. So, shall we find out? Shall we find out what we've got in store for you tonight? I mean, he could be in the grid again. Who knows? It's entirely possible. There are 14 wedges on this wheel. In the grids on 2 of those 14. Here we go. Oh, I definitely tightened it up. It's a good old marble race. I definitely tightened the nut on that one tonight. 10,000 marble race, plus we also add 10,000 to the jackpot on top. So that will become 210,000 on the jackpot. And we're going to do a marbles race. Now, I've erased the bit in the middle that said what kind of position we're going to do. So I have not thought that through as to how I'm going to redo that. Cool. What we'll do then is first and last, random.org. You know what, Tipster? You know what? I'm going to do a random.org. I'm going to do a random.org. Do a random number generator between 1 and... Well, we'll see how many are actually in, because we do get that count, don't we? And I'm going to roll that random number generator 3 times. So we're going to do a random race, essentially, down the marble track, and then we'll also have a random number generator that rolls 3 positions, and those 3 positions will pay out. We'll do that. Oh, I love winging it, folks. I mean, if you saw Outright earlier, you know that I wing a lot of stuff. So that's what we're going to do. Let me get Marbles on Stream open. Apparently I needed to update Marbles on Stream because I updated it on Wednesday. Why do I need to update it again? You have a track for me, do you, JB? If you do, share it, and I will consider it. No guarantee that it's going to come up, but I can certainly consider it. Let me find... Oh my god, everything has changed again. They changed season October 17th, and that's why. Okay. That's why it's all different again. I don't like change. Do we have any tracks? We do have a track from Matt the Ref, so we can certainly do that race. We can certainly do that. What have you got for me then, JB? Exclamation mark play if you like it. Oh, that track. I see, JB. Sure. Go on then, we'll do that. Sure, we'll do that. Don't like change. Don't like it. Let me go to the studio mode because I need to change the capture mode to marbles. Hopefully that's capturing, and then we can go back to main game, go to camera 1, and hopefully you can see the marbles on stream now. It's the name. Ha-ha! Exclamation mark play. That's what you need to do. So, we've got 30 marbles in right now, and I bet I still have the controls as WASD right now, don't I? Because I haven't reset it when they reset the controls. Because I don't remember things. Honestly. Anyway. I will stop whinging. We've got 39 marbles in. 40 marbles in now. Goodness. Lots of marbles here. So yes, we'll roll a random number generator 3 times, and those 3 positions will pay out. And in the case of a... You know what? I'll also say this. In the case of a DNF, if you happen to be in that position, I will still pay it out. So I did notice when I launched this up that this had an elimination rate of about 50%. So, good luck, folks. But yes, I will be counting DNF positions on this one occasion with the RNG position determiner. Because otherwise we might be in a situation where we only have 1 or maybe even 0 positions paying. So, that's what I'll do. 50% RNG party. Yes, indeed. Right. 43 marbles in, so I'm going to take that as my limit. 43. And what I'll do is, actually, before we move on, I'm going to do this so that you can see this. Although you get... no. Although I'm not going to, because it shows my IP. So I'm not going to do it on stream, unfortunately.
His extra life hits $2,911. I have to do a stream where I play this song on loop for 2 hours.
Ah, okay, I see. Well, here's some incentive for you then, folks. Thank you for the 100 bits. We've got another one in, have we? 44 now, okay, is the magic number. So I'm going to roll it for 3 times at 44. I'm going to take my word for it on these. So, we have 14. And we have 6. And we have 26. Those are the 3 positions that have been generated from random.org as the 3 positions that will pay out. So, interesting positions, I will say. 14, 6, and 26. But we'll see. We will find out. Let me fade this music out. Let's get this race rolling. And here we go. These are now rounded buttons. I don't like it. I don't like change. If we're ready, then let's play this music, I suppose. As I forget, it's on a different thing.
Next time you're at the checkout and
Here we
you
go.
hear the beep. Next time you're at the checkout and you hear the beep.
The beep.
Next time you're at the checkout and you hear the beep. Next time you're at the checkout supermarket.
Oh my god, what is going on with the tabs and everything? Ah! Wait, the mouse is still in control and I'm not tabbed into the app. What is this? Oh my god.
Go wild in the aisles.
Ah! Where are the names got? There they are. Okay. I can't see chat now. I just have this music video on full screen on my second monitor. Oh man, okay. Thank you, Dale. It is Amy currently in the lead. Heading the way up? No, to the left, in fact. Take it back now, yo.
Next time you're at the checkout and you hear the beep.
Beep.
Next time you're at the checkout and you hear the
Beep.
Next time you're at the checkout and you hear the
Beep. Abe is going a very interesting route, going through a portal. I have no idea where that goes, but good luck. Oh, there you are. That worked out quite well for you. You have the lead, but it's not about being the lead. You might need to slow down a bit, Abe.
Go wild in the aisles.
Still heading their way through. With G. Eisens in second place. Oh hey, and Happy Echo Ice and Topper and Zeus and Cetra behind. Looks like it might be 8 getting first place, but of course that doesn't pay. Cetra with a bit of speed. G. Eisens doing pretty well. It is 8 Minky in first. G. Eisens in second.
Where's the money?
Last minute now. Cetra crossing in third. Sambai in fourth. Chaos in fifth. Brian in sixth place. 7th and 8th for brand new Halo Toot. 9th, Happy Egg Fried Rice. 10th, Flyboy 1. There's still a lot of people up in that big funnel there. Let me see if I can try and tab out of this because, oh my god. Oh god! There comes the flame! There comes the flame, folks! Oh goodness me, this is going to be a massacre here. Ow! Oh my god!
Got the money, where's the money?
Where's the money? Where's the cue ball going? Theory? Oh no, that's an unfortunate place. Tipster and score counter are our final finishers, but what does that mean on the leaderboard? Chris Kamara. I don't know, Jeff. So much chaos. I have no idea. No idea what's just happened. But we are looking at positions 6, 14, and 26 as this music is still going on in my head. Let's see the final positions. And the music's going again. Brian in 6th place. Congratulations to you. David J in 14th place. Congratulations to you. And I have to count to get myself to 26. Oh my god. 20. Oh, Bloody, what? 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26 is AB me! AB me getting the final payout. So, let me do the command as Dale Winton keeps exclaiming beep at me. 10,000 going to AB me 208. Congratulations. And what the other place is 14 and 6. 14 and 6, David J. And Doots to David J. Buddicombe, 10,000 Doots for that. And also to Brian, getting 10,000 Doots for that. And I think I am caught up. And that concludes tonight's The Wheel. Thank you, JB, for Dale Winton, I suppose. As Zeus brings us to the library.
Green book, blue book, orange book, closed book, fancy notebook, books.
Yes, those are books. Thank you very much for the 33-month 3 subs there, Zeus. Appreciate all of the books that you have shared with us. Yes, I'm sure the Bible has a few more of those as well. Thank you for the 33-month resub. And Salem gifting out a sub to Happy Egg Fried Rice. Thank you very much for the gifted sub, Salem, and Happy Egg Fried Rice. You have been subbed on. Enjoy 1 month of free ad viewing and some emotes here and there as well. And apparently we might be getting another hype train. Cersei Bat, thank you very much for the kind words, and I hope you will tune in on a few more of my quiz night streams. There are every Wednesday and Friday, although in a couple of weeks' time I am skipping a Friday because I will be gigging on that Friday. But information on that is in the Discord, on the stream schedule channel and all that jazz. There are other people doing other things as well. Topper does Thursday evenings at 8 p.m. Ben does Saturday evenings at 8 p.m. Speaking of which, Ben, what have you got on your schedule? Let's have a quick looky-loo. In your What's On channel, you've got Crossfire, Cryptex, and Risky Business tomorrow evening at 8 p.m. over on Royal_Flush. We also have, normally, Quarren Stream, the game show, is on Saturday nights, but they are currently in the process of moving and setting up their new abode. Though, we do also have the Dumpster Lounge, JB Henry, with some super awful Press Your Luck. Oh my god, I watched the previous episode of Super Press Your Luck, and yeah, that was definitely super. So, no idea how the awful's going to go with that, but super awful, Press Your Luck. And Wheel After Dark tomorrow at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, which is like 1 a.m. British summertime, that kind of thing. And also remember to help support Extra Life Cause, because there are all sorts of donation goals and incentives that JB has got on his channel. That he will do random things, including listening to that music for a long time if he gets to a certain total. So do go and donate to Extra Life as well. So I think that covers everything for the weekend coming up.
2 Takeshi duels now.
You may indeed, JB. Let me just give you the permissions to do so. There you are. You have permission to post a link. $40 away from the next level if you wish to donate to Extra Life right now. Thank you for the 100 bits there, Sooty Cat. Yes, 2 Takeshi duels now. Will it be a third for our 3 of 3 in December during the Quizmas season? Who knows? Thank you, Matt, for the gifted sub to Monster M4N. Thank you, Anonymous Gifter, gifting out to KGR Keng, and also Brandy Holo for the 26th month resub. On top of everything, as we have a hype train running, means I can't really stop the stream while there's a hype train live now, can I? That would just be rude. So I'm going to have to sit around for a little bit for the timer to tick down, and then we can finish this stream. So whatever you're doing over the weekend, do enjoy your... Oh, hello. 13, of course. It's Matt the Rare. We decided... 2.5 minutes, not long enough. Let's wait for another 5 minutes. No. Be incredibly generous. 13 gifted subs from space. going to Gatekeeper, Nat Sands, It's I Teach, Sad by Lugaru, Astodal, Oak, Neverpon, Moss, Demand, Man, Ferbster, GSH Plus, Channel Studio, Sanchi, and Channel 734, all getting subbed on from space. Thank you very much for the 13 gifted subs there, Matt. That is immense. Appreciate that a lot. So yes, do enjoy whatever you're doing over this weekend. I will be gigging tomorrow night actually with a soul band, which if you happen to be in the area, then it'd be cool to see you, though I suspect all the tickets have already been sold for the event, so you might not be able to get in, but who knows, maybe I could share some images or something on my Discord. What else is happening? What's happening next week on my side of things? That's a good question. We can do that. So on next Wednesday, on the 25th of October, we've got some Brain Teaser as a warm-up, followed by some 1 versus 100 Legacy Edition that's still active at the moment. Though, be aware that 1 versus 100 in future episodes after that will start to become a more curated style game rather than using just straight up the database as it currently is. So we may be doing some tweaks to the format somewhat to make it a little more reliable, I guess is the best way of describing it, especially the Dutch game. And the 27th of October, next Friday, we've got Equation Grid as a warm-up game. We've got All Clued Up by Oni that I have proofed, although I think I am still in the process of proofing it. And we do have the 100,000 Doot Drop, which will be a sort of an amalgam game of previous editions of Drop that we have already played. Possibly all the way back from 2021 as well, because we have Doot Drop questions on the question websites that have not been used for a good while, so we can also reuse and recycle some of those questions in the Doot Drop 2023 edition instead. Who we're going to raid into is also a good question, so let me try and settle that for us. Let me have a look on Twitch, see who is live right now. Is there anyone currently live that's worth raiding into in the anyone in the quiz show category right now? 125 viewers, so there are a few people in the game show category right now. We have German Who Wants to Be a Millionaire kind of thing going on, or Wer wird Twitch Schlaukopf. Okay. And then there's also Games in Tweed currently live right now. I'm not entirely sure what that is, but we can go and say hi over there and send them some love, potentially. Yeah, I think we'll do that. We'll go and send some Games in Tweed some love here. And of course, Jackbox have indeed released their pack this weekend. And I might do that on my birthday celebration stream in about a month's time. We will see. I need to try out that rhythm game one. I'm very curious as to how that works from a Jackbox perspective, because I mean, usually in Jackbox it's not incredibly time sensitive, but rhythm games you have to be really, really special about timing inputs. So I'll be very curious to see how on earth that works with a Jackbox style game, because surely you're running out of stream latency and everything, like a few seconds. I don't quite get how that lines up. You sync the rhythm game up before you start playing. Oh, okay. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay, well, we will possibly look into that in future. Either way, I'm going to finish the stream off. Thank you very much for playing. Thank you very much for playing some Duel Royale and the Quiz Cube warm-up game early on. I'll be back next Wednesday with some 1 versus 100, etc. And do enjoy the rest of the weekend. Don't get too wet out there if you're in the UK, and we'll see you later. And yes, Spicy Pillow we'll use as our raid message this evening. Take care. I'll see you later. Good night. I need a drink. I forgot to get a drink before this stream, so I actually don't have anything to drink right now. I need to go and get something now. Bye! Maybe I could just go outside and drink the rain. No, don't go and do that. That is bad health advice. Don't do it.